Hi guys, welcome back to Just Carve Rob. Hi there, hello. And what we're doing today is we are going to finish blocking out this bear. And we're going to wood burn his little claw fingers in there. I've already gone through it once and then I said, hold it, we better put this on the video. Because Alan wants to see everything. He said, Rob, don't shortcut the video this time. I want to see everything. I think Alan's planning on carving some bears in 2021. Good luck with all that, Alan. I hope your try at bears is much more successful than my try at bears. All right, so here's our bear. And now we're moving on. We got that cut saw blade extreme thing in there. And I decided right in the middle of carving this bear that I was going to make this bear sitting down. So sitting down he will be. Whether it looks good or not, I don't know. But that's what I'm doing here. Taking that little saw burr. That's what I'm going to call it. Disc saw burr, I guess. I wish the pointy thing was on the front side of this too. That would make this that much more awesome. If it had the little spiky deals right on the front of the wheel, so you could use it on the face. You can a little bit because it kind of rolls over on both sides. I just think if it was on the face, like a shaping wheel, that would be totally freaking awesome, wouldn't it? But it's a very good burr as is. It really takes the wood down quick. And you can see, like I did there in the front, that plunge cut over top of the feet. Get a nice straight line with it. So that's pretty cool right there. I like it. So now we're basically the top of the bear is about as good as he's going to get. So now we're going to be shaping the legs on the bottom of the bear. So that's what we're going to be working on here, is just cutting those feet in and cutting the legs in and rounding everything over. Now I haven't decided. Okay, now we've gone to, this is a saber tooth burr. It's straight. I tend to fall back to this burr instead of the taper burr just because of the diameter of it, okay? This is a pretty coarse burr, but the diameter is only like just over 1/8 of an inch. And it's straight. It has no taper. It's just straight. Right at the beak, right at the front of it, it has a little bit of a point on it. But as far as the rest of the burr goes, it's straight. And so I kind of like that. Unless I'm going to be doing... The taper burrs are a little bit bigger in diameter at the nose of them. So they're good for bigger bears, I guess. This bear, I'm kind of using this like a pencil to do some shading and shaping. And I really like it for that. This straight saber burr. It's made by Sabertooth. I bought this burr years ago when I was down in at a giant flea market called Shipshewana. I believe it's down in Indiana. So I bought this one, and I bought a it was like a flame burr. And they're both pretty well getting to the point where, you know, they're getting pretty wore out. But I'll tell you guys, I bought these two burrs down there at that Shipshewana place. They were $15 a piece. And this was like 20 years ago. Okay. And they're to the point now where they're just getting totally burnt out. But I didn't use these a whole heap and lot like I do nowadays. Most of my carving was gun stocks and walking sticks until the last 2 years, I've been doing crazy things like wood spirits and 3D carved monsters and bears, and it's all Jordy's fault. Otherwise, I'd still just be happy carving gun stocks and walking sticks. But yeah, so this is what we're doing. This is what we're using, and this is how I'm doing it. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong, but it's the just carved way of doing things. So that means it's probably wrong. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. We're checking one side to the other to try keeping everything proportionate and dimensionally correct on this bear. Well, I don't know if it's dimensionally correct, but we're trying to make them symmetrical on both sides anyway, right? And so that's what we're doing. I see Ben over there at Studio on the Lake is carving magic wands, and Jordy's carving magic wands. I've already carved magic wands for people. Last Halloween, a couple people asked me if I could carve a magic wand. They were going as like Harry Potter characters. So I made a couple magic wands. I made a 5 wands. One was Hermione's, one was Ron's, one was Harry's, one was Professor Snape, and we made one for He Who Shall Not Be Named. You know who I'm talking about. And then we even made one for that chick with the black hair. I can't remember her name. And on all these wands, I put the recipient's name on it, but I put it in old runes. It was like the alphabet system back in the days before we had the alphabet system. So I used old English runes to put their names on it. Lestrange, that was the wand I made for the evil girl, Malfoy's friend there. She was evil. I tell you, she was evil. Most people tend to gather towards the evil people than they do the heroes, like Harry Potter. But so I might have to make another wand just so I could hang out with the cool guys making their wands. So I might have to do that maybe after this bear. We have more bear fun coming along though, because I think I'm getting closer and closer to better bears. Okay, now we're going to split his feet. We're still using that saber burr, that straight saber burr. And we are running this on a Dremel 4000 with a flex shaft. And our speed is wide open. Whatever this thing will put out, 30,000? I think it's 30,000, 35,000. I don't remember. But whatever it puts out, that's what we're giving her. And so now we're down, we're shaping his feet a little bit. We just split his feet. Hi, Evil Rick. You guys ought to go check out Evil Rick's videos. He's a character and a half. Him and his big coffee cup and his huge pocket knives. I don't really think you carry that big knife in your pocket, Evil Rick. I think it'd be pulling your drawers down all the time. I used to have one of them big, well, I still have it. It's one of them great big pocket knives. You open it up, it's like a foot long. And I bought one of the good ones. I didn't buy one of them cheap ones, that you could get for $15. I paid like $50 for mine, but it's very well constructed. I'm a bit of a knife snob. I won't buy cheap knives just because when I was younger, I used to buy cheap knives and I used to cut myself all the time because you can never get them sharp. So we went to better knives. Okay, now these burrs are awesome, guys, but they don't last long. These are those 3-winged Chinese burrs that they were advertising on Facebook. They were showing these guys doing all this high detail with these things. Well, let me tell you, they didn't do it with one burr. They must have went through 1,000 of these burrs. These are awesome shape to carve with, but the steel is garbage. If somebody made a set of these in carbide, I'd be Johnny on the spot to order a set of them. But the steel that these are made of is just garbage. I think that this is like my third time using this triangle 3-wing burr, and it's dull. It's so dull. You'll see it smoking here in a minute. That's how dull it is. But the concept is good, but the delivery was poor. The steel they used to make these things is just crapola. Okay, so enough of my rant about these 3-wing cutters. What really aggravates me the most about it is that they work so well, and then they go to crap. I mean, it's an awesome design, especially for undercutting. You can see where I undercut the arms there, and the bottom legs. It does awesome work. It's just that they don't hold up. So that's where that is. If they were made out of better stuff, I would definitely buy a set of them. I'd probably buy 5 sets of them. But the steel, I just don't know where they got it from. They definitely did not make it from American cars. It's definitely made from something, I don't know. But they're awesome burrs. I mean, the design is awesome. The burr itself, the first couple times you use it is great. But then, like I said, they dull very quick. So don't waste your money. And those of you that have bought them know what I'm talking about. Things work great the first couple, maybe 2 times you use them, but then after that, when they get dull, they're done. I'm going to take one of the ones I haven't used yet. I think they come in a pack of 5 different sizes. And I'm going to throw it in my forge and heat it up and quench it in oil and see if that makes it work any better. I'll probably have to resharpen it. Because you know how it is. When you heat steel up, you're going to lose that sharp edge. But I think I got some diamond wheels here. I think I can resharpen it and see if I can get any better effect out of it as far as being able to keep an edge. Yeah, those guys in their magical wands. I don't know. Gonna have to carve one. Peer pressure, peer pressure. I have to carve one. I got some popple dowel rod, 1.5-inch dowel rod. I'll have to try carving one out of. Maybe we'll split it in half on the bandsaw and put some unicorn hair in it to give it that extra push. Maybe some unicorn hair and some phoenix feathers and maybe a griffin whisker or something. I don't know. Depends on what magical creatures I can find running around behind my house in the woods. We'll end up having to make one. All right. Right, Spike? All right. So, here we go. We're just taking a knife and clipping the corners off that wooden block. I'm thinking I'm going to make it look like a stump. The bear sitting on top of a stump. And might have to put a fried bologna sandwich with onion and mustard in his paws there. Right, Evil Rick? Fried bologna sandwich in his paws. So I'm just making some cleanup cuts with the knife. and getting that all shaped back there. Doing some undercuts under his butt to sharpen up the lines. We're using a 2.5 inch OCC knife. And just like Ben would say, we're just noodling around. We're just noodling around. Don't know what kind of noodles, but we're noodling. And we're basically just cleaning things up with the knife, getting some of the fuzzies out from underneath the legs. As everybody knows, with your rotary tools, you can't get those nice sharp cuts. So you see we're working down the leg into his middle area there and getting those sharp cuts in there to give us that shadow that we want down in there. Looks like a pretty happy bear. See, Jordy was carving a tree today live. Man, I think he used the log to start out with on that thing. Holy mackerel, was that a big chunk of basswood. Wow. I would have taken my Arbor Tech with a shaping wheel and trimmed that thing down. Jordy started out with a Fordham with a 1/4 inch extreme burr that was kind of dull. And holy mackerel, you want to talk about a pile of sawdust. Okay, now we have in our micro carver tool here, we have the cut saw coarse burr. And we're cleaning up down in the legs and up by the hands. Basically, from the extreme burrs, we're going back with this burr and that 3-wing comb burr that we were using. Like I said, it was getting dull, so it was actually taking chunks out of the wood. So we're going back with this cut saw taper burr coarse and trying to flatten all that stuff out. And then we're cutting in between his legs back in deeper, flattening out the stump area, I guess you'd call it. And we're still using that cut saw burr and taper burr coarse. And we're just cleaning things up and getting everything flattened down. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Working in his mouth a little bit, cutting a tongue in there. Yep, he's got a tongue inside that pie hole. Or in this case, bologna sandwich eating hole. And we're rounding over his bottom jaw. Now remember, the bottom jaw's got to be back slightly under the top jaw. That's the way their mouth fits together. The bottom jaw is just under the top jaw, just slightly. So that's what we're doing there. And it looks like we're winding down to the end of this video. So that's it for the blocking of the bear, guys. He's all blocked out. Next, we get to come in with finer, smaller bits. And we got to put his eyeballs in. And we got to cut the fur in on him and all that good stuff. All that's coming up in the next video. So it looks like this is going to be a 3-part video on this here bear. This would be number 2. All right. So, as always, share, subscribe, like. Make sure you hit that bell so you're notified when my next video comes up. You don't want to miss it. All right? All right. So be awesome. Carve something awesome, guys. And we are going to catch you on the next one. All right? All right. All right, Spike? All right. We got our friends out there, our subscribers that help support the channel. Make sure you check the links and descriptions below. All right? And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay awesome. Bye-bye.